Lives will be changed here today, irrevocably.
เอาใบแดงนะคะ
Hey folks, as you can see, we are on the road today. We are on our way to rural Thailand, up country here, just on the cusp of Songkran. The rain did cool things off a bit, but I assure you it will only be a temporary stay from the heat. But we arrived in one piece. I'll go ahead and help myself to one of these coconuts here off the tree. But we have several things we want to accomplish and things we want to go to and see while we're up here. And the first of which is a special event, a life-changing event, matter of fact, one that you might not be familiar with or may have never seen. Anyway, let's go down the road and see what that's going to be. We've come today to the Ampur, or the town hall, in the village that Lan lives at up here in Korat, about an hour away from the bustling city of Korat up here in the countryside. And it's Military Conscription Day. So they have a draft system here for military enlistees. Of course, they have voluntary service as well. But I think the way and manner that they conduct this is a little bit of a story, and it may be something you've never seen here before. So what's going on here? Well, they kind of make a whole event out of this today. There's a whole market set up, almost a little bit of a carnival experience going on here. But really, it's a very, very serious event. There are, I don't know, scores of young men here today registering, and soon they'll find out their fate, whether they go home relieved or get ready for a 2-year stint in the military. It's kind of what this is about. What they're going to do is they're going to line up after they've registered, and once this starts, they're going to, each young man will pick out of like a hat, and the officials are here and they will get that ticket or whatever it is. If it's black or if it's red, that decides their fate, red or black. Dum or dang, as they call it here. Dum means dark, but in this context it means black, and dang meaning red. So dang dum, which one are they going to pick? I will say this though, however, for a country that frowns on and doesn't have any kind of legal gambling here, it's very gamblistic in nature. I just made that up. Don't Google that. It's not a word. But it's like gambling. But let me know what you think. But we'll get a look at that. I mean, some people are going to leave here very relieved. Others are going to leave maybe not so relieved, maybe almost terrified, leaving their families. And the families have come out here to show support, so they're all eagerly waiting for the result of this drawing, basically. I've seen this on social media before. Some of them really are a little bit dramatic after the drawing. Some are ecstatically happy, others break down in tears. Like I said, almost like gambling, but the stakes are about as high as they come. Lives will be changed here today irrevocably for both the candidates and their families. It's a very serious event going on out here. Although interesting, I think, and maybe probably different than the way this is conducted, if at all, in the country where you're watching from. I know in the US, they had draft numbers back, I think, for the Vietnam War, but most of the forces, voluntary enlistees, like myself, I was part of the big Reagan buildup of defense in the mid-'80s. It was supposed to be the biggest defense buildup in history in the U.S., and I went in under those auspices and served 6 years, and the training was put to good use. It wasn't a waste of taxpayer dollars. We had a big event down in Panama that I went to. We had the Gulf in '91. So it was a busy 6 years, to say the least. But I wouldn't trade it for anything. I think it was a great experience. It teaches work ethic, teaches you discipline, teaches you working as a team. Everybody has their function in a team. That's very important. So it's a lot of good with it, but I understand the consternation here and the uncertainty. Imagine growing up in this village or any village. This is different days no matter where you are in Thailand. It just happens to be this day here. But imagine growing up and maybe you had older siblings and they were standing in line for Dum Dang and knowing the whole time, well, when I'm 20 years old, that's going to be me standing there. So a little bit of anxiety maybe along the way growing up, attending these type of events, seeing the outcomes and worrying the whole time, well, which one am I going to pick? Anyway, while we're waiting for the actual selections to start. I'll show you a little bit around here. There was one group, they brought a whole big bag, not a bag, I guess boxes of large reptiles. So a nice cup of lemonade really hits the spot on a hot day like this. So on this day for the selection process, they're looking for 31 candidates here out of this village. Thing is, though, 4 already volunteered, so they only need 27 more. Right, so this young man, Lon, knows this guy from the village. He has indicated his preference of selecting a black ticket. Black ticket will exempt you from military service. The red tickets, however, they will have the branch of service on it and your start date. So, for example, Navy, June 2nd. And that's how they'll call those out. If they say black or dumb, that means you're done. You get to go home. Or if you pick a red ticket, they will call out the branch of service, Thai Army, Thai Navy, etc., and your expected report date. So it's all very transparent here. They're adding the red tickets right now into the black ones. They'll mix them all up. They will even have somebody, just a random selectee, come up and stir the pot, make sure they're all mixed up appropriately, and then we'll get ready for the first gentleman. Here he is. There he is. Now, he's wearing a black shirt. I think that's interesting because I think he probably is looking for a black ticket. That's probably what I would have done. But he'll go up, he'll reach his hand into the big bin, he'll make a selection and give it to the official. There you go. He's got the black ticket. No military service for him. You'll notice they approach with their hand up and in the open position. That's so you can see there's nothing in their hand existing. So there's about 80 candidates on hand. They're looking for 27 out of the 80. Now this guy, he wore the red shirt. Maybe red's his lucky color, though. Who knows? We'll see how that fleshes out for him as he draws his ticket and he hands it to the official. All right, he got the red ticket. He's going in the Army for 2 years. So there you go, just like that. I don't know. I think the black shirt's the right move here. I noticed a lot of the guys had black shirts on, but everybody's trying to get a glimpse. There was a lady and a gentleman standing next to me, and when their son got up, they were chanting for the black ticket. So, right, her son will not be going in the military. He will be going home with them. Another lady here also praying for a black ticket. We'll see how this works out for her. So good for her. I told her, I said, hey, your son wore a black shirt. It'll probably be okay. Sure enough. So the girlfriend, I think, happy too. So I think you get the idea. And this went on, I don't know, an hour or so here. We will take a look at one more. Our friend in the tie-dye shirt. He was very confident. He was very confident in his ability to pick a black ticket. I'm not sure how the multicolored shirt will bode for him, but we'll see as he reaches in the bin and hands his ticket to the official. We'll see how he makes out here. So what do you know? Like a boss. Not even a celebratory dance like some of them did. Anyway, it's awful hot here. Let's hit the road and cool down a bit. We're gonna try a little spot of fishing. One little bite. They took the bait. I really don't have the right stuff I need. They pressured me into this. I don't know what this green bait is, but they really seem to go for it. But they suck it right off the hook. You just have to get lucky that one of them takes the hook. There's one.
ปลาดุก
Like a catfish.
มันตอดนะ
This place is a little bit of everything. A restaurant. They even got Chinese food here. I think the owner's Chinese or Thai Chinese. They got little rooms to rent. They got a car wash up front. And there's this man-made canal all around the place. And there's a pond as well that feeds the canal. But the fish you pay for by the kilo here, I think it's 160 baht or something like that for whatever you catch. So maybe if we catch a bunch of these, we'll take them to Lan's family, which is literally about a kilometer from here. It's going to be evening soon. The sun's getting ready to set. It'll be cooler. But it's just beautiful out here in the middle of the country. And there's a crab in there too. I saw a crab. All right, see what Lan can do. So it was 60 baht a kilo. So we had 1.35 kilos. It came out like 81 baht. So under $3. Call it, I don't know, call it $2.50, something like that for those 5 fish. Take them to my mother, let her clean them up. Maybe she'll eat it. I don't know. They've got a bunch of kids and stuff running around there. I'm sure they like some fresh fish, the fresh catch of the day. So I thought we'd take a little sunset ride on one of the neighbors' motorbikes out here to the garden area. There's a little garden shack out here. We're thinking about disposing of the garden shack and building a little, I don't know, like a little off-grid house, bungalow or whatever, a place to stay when we come out. Here's a nice place to escape to, and you know, we can get rid of that pretty easily. As they tend to some firewood and the buffalo for the day. You know, last time I thought there was only 3 buffalo. Now it's 4. I don't know. Bathe one of them had a baby buffalo. None of them are sick though, by the way. But just a beautiful evening out here, and a really nice spot as they bathe in this freshly dug drainage ditch as they get ready for the wet season to arrive out here. But anyway, as the sun set, it was a long day, and I was in search of a perfect ending to this long day, and I think we found it. There you go. Never ceases to amaze me. This was just maybe 100, 200 meters from our little our little resort. The Thais call it a resort, just a little motel basically, but individual bungalows and everything there. And this was a nice place. They had karaoke, they had a friendly staff, and you might have to share your dinner with various visitors because you are out in the country, but I don't mind the visitors as long as there's none that slither like that first bunch we looked at earlier today. These were pretty harmless. Well, we enjoyed some tom yum, some drink, and Lan sung some karaoke, and it was a very good evening here, and it cooled down quite a bit. And then our resort was literally just right around the corner, so morning will come quick. We'll go there and get a sleep at the resort. A little bit hard beds there, but that's what you find. Sometimes just no avoiding that. So time for a little country breakfast at our country resort here. We had some rice porridge and some fried eggs. The breakfast not included at our 600 baht price for the resort, but at the same time it was fairly priced. And then it was off for the traditional aspect of Songkran here as that began this day. It involves the flower petal laden water, and you basically sprinkle that or cleanse the hands and feet of your parents, and they sprinkle some on your head as well for good luck. And you know, I even got a little good luck sprinkle myself to kick off Songkran. So with that, it's on our way back to Pattaya through we don't have much traffic heading south, but check this out on the northbound side. These are all people fleeing Bangkok to get up to the country, get up to the rural village for their Songkran. And yeah, they're loving life right now. It's like a parking lot. They even opened up a lane on the southbound side for northbound traffic. Anyway, something else next time, probably from Pattaya, but for this episode, gotta go ahead and leave it off right here. And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.